Welcome back to the Permaculture Podcast. Today I want to talk about another question from Owen. What are some common mistakes beginners make in permaculture design, and how can they be avoided? There are a number of places where permaculture practitioners can make mistakes when they're getting started. And one that I want to address today that can feel countercultural in our fast-moving, efficiency-obsessed world is that we need to slow down. That might sound frustrating if you're just getting out of a permaculture design course or have been working on buying land for a long time and finally completed that purchase. You've got your plans, you're lining up plants to buy, and compost ready to be piled high for your garden beds. When practicing permaculture, slowing down isn't hesitation. It isn't avoiding the work. It's part of the design process. Drawing on David Holmgren's principles, we start with observe and interact. Before we begin digging and put plants into the ground, we spend time simply watching the land. Where will we find sunlight or shadow? Where does water flow or pool across the landscape? What existing trees or infrastructure serve as a windbreak? Where are we or our clients likely to enter or leave a property? Where will the natural paths for our walks and wanders develop? How does all that energy, all those resources, all that life move through and exist on a site or in a community? Taking a full year of observation can reveal things we don't notice at quick glance on a site visit. Where does frost linger? What patches of soil drain well? How does the afternoon shade of early spring shift as we move into late summer? Slowing down gives us time to notice those things, grounding our design in reality, and in our place where our work will happen. If we're consulting with a client, we can deepen our relationship and understand their true needs and not rely only on an intake survey or a few conversations. These understandings, these relationships, develop at their own pace. Soil doesn't build overnight, nor does a tree produce fruit as soon as it's planted. Neither does our process of design. When we rush, we risk breaking the very relationships that make ecosystems resilient and permaculture designs long-lasting. As our design work also involves people, as well as plants, we can work on our social ecology. Conversations with neighbors build trust. We can figure out how to make decisions together by not rushing our human connections and understand how our work fits into the tapestry of not just the landscape, but the people who will interact with it and surround it. Moving slowly also helps us to accept feedback. Instead of committing all of our energy and capital up front, we start small, with a single garden bed, our first tree for a food forest, or by getting involved as a volunteer with a local nonprofit, and see what happens. We observe, we fiddle, we iterate, we learn. The process keeps us from wasting our precious time and energy on big mistakes. Permaculture isn't about moving fast and breaking things. It's a vision for resilience and creating lasting longevity. It's about systems that persist long after we do, measured in decades and generations rather than months or years, because we took our time to design and build with patience and care. No matter how long you've been practicing permaculture, the next time you feel the urge to rush, remember that nature isn't in a hurry, and we don't have to be either. But those are just my thoughts on slowing down. What are yours? I'd love to hear from you. You can text or WhatsApp 717-827-6266, send me an email, show@thepermaculturepodcast.com, or stop by thepermaculturepodcast.com, click on Contact, and send me a direct message. Thanks for spending this time with me and listening to the Permaculture Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who's ready to slow down or needs a reminder that good things take time. Until we meet again, spend each day moving at a slow pace while taking care of Earth, yourself, and each other.